Howdy, 7th grade pre-AP. We are going to be...
Did you really just say howdy?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Are we not in Texas?
Oh, I always forget. Yeah, we are in Texas. I guess that's okay.
Okay, we are going to be writing linear equations from situations. Remember, go get your journal. Yes, you.
Yeah.
And make sure that you have a pencil or a pen or something. Make sure that you're writing all this down because you may or may not have a quiz on this the next time we see you.
You never know.
You never know. Here's our learning target.
We will be able to represent real-world problems by using equations, tables, and graphs. So make sure your learning target is written down properly, written in the right way. I'm positive you need this. So, first question. A farm has 75 acres of wheat. The farmer can harvest the wheat from 12 acres per day. In how many days with all of the fields in how many days will all of the fields be harvested? We're going to solve this problem. I had a pen somewhere. Oh, it's in my pocket. I found it. We're good. I like to use pen. Sorry, you guys still can't use pen. So the farmer has 75 acres of wheat. The farmer can harvest wheat from 12 acres per day. In how many days will all the fields be harvested?
Okay, before we move on, I'm going to let them read it to themselves.
Okay.
Pause it and read it to yourself. I just feel like we're going too fast for you, but we're reading it at our pace. I need you to read it on your pace. So pause it if you need to. Read it on your own before we go on. And then let's move on.
Okay, so how do we go on with this problem?
Well, we want to make a graph.
Okay.
But first we need a table, and then I guess we can do the equation.
Within all that time? Do you think we could start with the equation?
We could, but I feel more comfortable making a table for some reason.
Cool.
The
so,
table's on the next page.
Table's on the next page. Woo! I feel like I need the whoa.
I don't think you need the problem in there, do you?
I need it for a second.
Just, how about this? Just to get started with it, why not?
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so the farmer has 75 acres of wheat. He can harvest the wheat 12 acres per day, and how many days until all? So we're looking at 0 days. How much has he harvested?
0.
0. All I did was look at it and go, if he's done 0, he's harvested 0. After 1 day, how much has he harvested?
Well, it says 12 per day, so
it would be 12. After 2 days?
24.
24, because it's changing at a rate of 12.
Right.
Now, after 3 days?
36. Sorry, I'm eating my sandwich.
It's okay. It's lunchtime. Sorry, guys. And then after 4 days?
48.
48. And 5 days?
60.
60. Cool. So we just created the table. It currently still does not have 75. Thanks for making that table to not have 75 because that makes it even better.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Now let's graph this. I see a lot of you guys that are like, how do I graph that? Take your points. These are ordered pairs. So this would be 0, 0, 1, 12, 2, 24. Do you see what I'm doing here? I'm just creating ordered pairs. I'm going to get this. I'm going to go at a scale of 1 down here.
And notice that she's just using these numbers for her x values. She's just going all the way down.
And I'm actually going to do that on y as well.
Well, we're not going to go 1, 2, 3 because our y...
I'm going to do that the y
Oh,
by...
I just want to make sure that they're...
I'm going to go by 12. So my scale is going to be a scale of 12. It does make it easier. And now I'm going to graph this. So 0, 0 was here. I'm going to just start by putting in points. 1, 12 is here. Sorry, my attendance alarm's going off. 2, 24 is here. 336 here. And 448 is here. Do you notice how those dots are all kind of linear? It's because my line is linear.
Well, I think our graph is actually really good today.
I think our graph is really good today. Nice job drawing the graph today, Miss Green.
Thanks.
I still can't draw a straight line
You did a pretty
through
good
my
job.
dots.
You did a pretty good job of that.
But that's it. That's my graph. That's
Awesome.
all.
So then our equation.
Our equation,
I like doing our equation based off
the table,
It's
yeah.
always easier that
Because
way.
your change in your y divided by your change in your x. What is your change in y?
12.
What's your change in x?
1.
12 divided by 1 is?
12.
So y equals 12x. Now, if I were to have 0, what would I do? So if it was 12 times 0...
It would be 12. I'm sorry, 0.
It would be 0. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so then there's no plus or minus anything.
We are finished.
It's just y equals 12x. We're not finished because we haven't answered the question.
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the question. We should have underlined at the beginning. Hey, but before we go on, let me talk about this real quick. So I don't really talk about it the way you did. Can you explain that to my students one more time? Because my students didn't see it that way.
Yeah, what I did is I just said, what's the change in y? Which basically is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1.
So you just did all that in your head.
I just did all that in my head. So I put 12 minus 0 divided by 1 over x, which equals 12 divided by 1, which equals 12. So I just kind of did it in a little easier than having to plug it all in here, but I did that.
Because I always just say find the change, and if this is going consistently, then that's your slope.
Yeah.
I know, that's what you did, but you did it mathematical and I did it.
Brain power.
Brain power. It's very strange. Okay, and we also know that because of the 0, 0, it's going to be
proportional.
Can I also call it direct variation?
Yes.
I totally
absolutely.
can. Awesome. Okay. And so you're right. We haven't answered the question. The question
is, if he has 75 acres, how long until all of them will be harvested? So basically, we know we want Y to be all 75 acres.
Right.
So I'm going to go 75 equals 12x. Did I just create an equation?
You sure did.
Yes, I love doing that. Now all I have to do is divide by 12. Divide by 12, x equals?
To 6. 6, yes.
6. So it's going to take him 6 days
You could have just extended the table. Like she said, I didn't put the 75 in there, and that was totally by accident. But I'm glad I didn't because
then you have to solve it.
Right.
Okay, one more problem for today. The concession stand has 500 pom-poms before the game. The fans bought them at a rate of 25 per minute. How long until it takes them for their supply to be gone? So, do we want to try to write just an equation from this?
We can, yeah.
Okay. I love doing that because then I can create a table and a graph from the equation. Did we have the... We do have it.
We do have it all there, yeah.
I'm just going to start with, though, the equation. The concession stand has 500 pom-poms before the game. The fans bought them at a rate of 25 per minute. How long will it take for the supply to be gone? So what is our independent variable?
It's the minutes.
The minutes. And what do we know about the minutes?
What do you mean, what do we know about the minutes? That it's 25 per minute?
25 per minute, yeah.
Oh. I was like, what about the minutes?
You're confused.
So it's 25
It's 25 pom-poms per minute.
The pom-poms. For every minute, it's going to be 25 pom-poms.
Our minutes is X, and we know that 25 times each minute.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we have 500 pom-poms.
Mm-hmm.
Am I doing this one right?
Yeah,
okay.
You are.
We have the 500 pom-poms. What's that going to be? Where's that going to go?
Isn't that going to go equals to 500 over here?
Aren't we doing an XY?
What do you mean an XY?
Shouldn't it have equals Y?
Right, and that's how we did this one over here?
I guess I'm lost.
This is why I like to make the table first.
Yes. Okay, well, let's make the table first.
And you'll see.
We're going to make the table first.
Okay, so at the very beginning, they haven't sold anything.
So they haven't sold anything.
Right.
See, this is where I got confused. So
after 1 minute.
After 1 minute, they've sold 25.
See, so 1 times 25 is 25. 2 times 25 is 50. 3 times, there you go.
75. 4 is 100. 5 is 125. Yes, right, I get where the table came from.
I'm glad we didn't go all the way to 500 on this one because then we're going to have to. So if we go and look at our equation, the change in y, I'm doing it your way now.
Change in y
is 25.
And so that's 25, and the change in x is 1.
So 25 divided by 1.
So it's y equals 25x. Oh, I get where I made my mistake. I'm looking at that 500 going, wait, isn't that in the equation? No, I'm being crazy and not thinking today. Y equals 25x is our equation. There is no...
But you plug in the 500 to find what your x is.
Yes. So I see where I made my mistake. 25, 50. I'm going to make this a scale again.
Well, just so that they don't think we left them hanging, can you come back to this one real quick?
Yeah.
So write down the y equals to 25x. And the reason why Ms. Green was saying to put the 500 in here is because then I can solve my question without doing the graph or the table.
And my mind was on linear equation, or not linear equation, just equations in general, multi-step. And I'm thinking, isn't this like 500 minus 25x or something? Right, and I was totally off. That's okay.
It's because you're pre-AP and you think way too much.
I thought way too much.
Which most of our students do.
Most of you guys do that. Try not to overthink things like me.
So thinking is good, but sometimes you overthink it because you think it's It could never be this easy, even
It
though
couldn't.
it is.
It really was that easy.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and graph. Miss Grove is gonna eat a little. Oh, did you graph it?
I've started. I'm sorry.
You pretty much did already. Okay, so
I'm gonna eat my lunch.
so at 1, it's gonna be at. Oh, we forgot the 0, 0. So x is 0, y is 0. So here we go, and then 1 up to 25, 2 up to 50. Your dots were off by a little bit. 3. 3 off by 3 up by 75, and then 4 to 100, and then so on and so forth. So then once again, my graph is once again going to be proportional, or we can call it direct variation.
Yay.
Okay. So
Did we answer our problem yet?
I was about to move on. I was about to close out the session. I'm always
That's the
forgetting.
farmer.
I know. Here we go.
No, that's the farmer. We need the other one. It's right there. We're on
The
pom-poms.
concession stand. Okay, so we can we'll just plug in, just like earlier, the way we said that y, we can plug in the 500 and then we can solve it from there. So I'm going to go ahead and solve it right here on the front page since I've got a little more space. So in the place of my y, I'm going to put my 500 equals to 25x. How do I get rid of that? Well, this is multiplication.
We divide. The inverse operation is to divide.
Right, so I'm going to divide by 25 on each side. I'm going to do some shortcuts here. I know 25 goes into 52, and then that's just 0. Did I do that math right?
I think so.
Doing math in my head it hurts a little bit.
I know,
So
we need Ms. Newsom for that.
did it really take them 20 minutes? It doesn't even seem reasonable, but that's...
It doesn't seem reasonable, but when they're selling 25 per minute,
I know,
it
that's
kind of
crazy.
does.
Anyway, well, if it's Badger football...
I mean you guys are totally all over that.
Yeah, these pom-poms are going to go fast.
Anyways,
Anyway,
I think that's it for today.
yeah, if you guys have any questions, please see us. And you guys know how to do this.
You do.
All you have to do now is write your equation,
Graph
it, table
solve.
it, and then solve. Right, always go back to your question. That was Ms. Green's thing. I kept forgetting that we have to add a question to ask, which was this one here. Okay, thank you guys
Please
so
put in
much.
Smiley. Good.
I
My kids
did.
My kids keep going, don't forget the smiley. I'm like, it's
Oh,
not
I
there.
know.
Okay.
We're good. All right,
Peace
peace
out,
out.
y'all.